Hello students, welcome to this video lecture on monetizing social value. In one of the videos we saw how to measure the social impact. So then after that, after measuring the social impact, we need to monetize our social value and how we have to do it. We will discuss that in this video lecture. So monetizing your social value means assigning a financial equivalent to the social, environmental or community outcomes your enterprise achieves. While social impact is often measured in non-monetary terms like increased well-being, access to education or health improvements, translating these outcomes into economic value can help demonstrate the broader return on investment to funders, policymakers, and other stakeholders. It shows how much value your enterprise is generating per dollar spent, a critical insight for attracting sustainable funding and scaling impact. Why we need to monetize social value? We need to communicate impact in a language funders understand. So investors, donors, and governments often think in financial terms. Monetizing impact helps bridge the gap between mission and money. Then, to support fundraising and investment decisions. So, showing the economic value of your work can justify more significant investment or funding. Then, to compare programs and make informed decisions. So, understanding the cost benefit of different initiatives helps prioritize high impact, cost effective solutions. Then, how to monetize social value? First of all, identify measurable outcomes. We need to start by clearly defining social outcomes you are creating, such as improved health, education, employment, or environmental preservation. Example, a program reduces hospital visits by improving sanitation. Assign economic value to each outcome. Use data to calculate the cost savings or economic benefits related to those outcomes. You can do this by using government or health sector cost data, then referencing academic studies or policy research, then estimating productivity gains or income improvements. Example, if your program reduces 100 hospital visits per year and each visit costs 2000, the value saved is 2 lakh compared to program cost. So use the social return on investment formula. SROI is equal to total social value created by total investment cost. So if your project cost is around rupee 1 lakh and created 4 lakh worth of value, your social value, your SRI is 4:1, meaning every rupee 1 invested, you have generated rupee 4 in social value. So examples of monetizing social value. Education program. Improved literacy leads to higher future economic income potential. Use average income gain per literacy level to estimate value. Health program. Reduced disease leads to fewer work absences. Monetized based on early daily wage and productivity. Environmental project. Trees planted reduce carbon emissions. Values can be calculated based on carbon offset practices. Next one is cautions and considerations. Monetizing social impact should not oversimplify complex experiences, human experiences. Not all impact is monetizable. Some qualitative outcomes like dignity or empowerment resist financial valuation, but be transparent about assumptions and limitations in your calculations. So, monetizing social value helps you quantify the ripple effects of your work in economic terms. While not every impact can be captured in rupees or dollars, this approach strengthens your value proposition, enhances decision making, and makes your social vision more compelling to investors and funders. Next one is different approaches to estimating social impact. So, including financial and blended methods, each approach is used by social enterprises, investors, or foundations to evaluate how effectively a project creates social value social value relative to the resources invested. Cost effectiveness analysis. This method calculates the cost per unit of social outcome rather than converting outcomes into monetary terms. It is often used in health, education, or social welfare schemes. So, when you want to measure results but not convert them into monetary value, example, an NGO runs a nutrition that program that costs rupees 5 lakh and improves the health of rupees 1000 children. So cost per child impacted is equal to rupees 500. This helps computer compare similar programs to use which achieves more than impact per rupee spent. Cost benefit analysis. Cost benefit analysis evaluates whether the monetized benefits of a program exceed its cost. CBA compares the total cost of a program with which the monetized value benefits it produces. It helps determine if the benefits outweigh the investment. Example, a waste recycling initiative costs rupees 10 lakh and leads to 25 rupees per month in environmental and health hazards. Use when all outcomes can be reasonably monetized. Example, a clean water project costs rupee 10 lakhs and the results in rupee 2000, 30 lakhs in saved medical expenses and productivity. Benefit cost ratio is equal to 3:1. Next one is social return on investment, SROI. SROI is a holistic framework that values social, environmental, and economic outcomes, expressing them in financial terms. SROI provides a comprehensive view by including economic, social, and environmental outcomes, all converted into financial value. It allows stakeholders to see the total value created per rupee invested. Use to show how much social value is created per rupee invested. Example, a women's skill training program results in better income, confidence, and social status. The monetized social value is rupees 20 lakhs, program costs rupees 5 lakhs. An example, an education non-profit creates 20 lakhs in economic impact. Example, future income, reduced dropout. If the cost is rupees 5 lakhs, SROI is equal to 4:1. Next one is Robin Hood Foundation's benefit cost ratio. This method is used to fund only those programs that produce measurable poverty fighting results compared through a benefit cost ratio. This method is data intensive and applies a rigorous financial lens to poverty alleviation programs. It uses detailed calculations such as discounted cash flows, time adjusted outcomes to compare benefits directly to costs. How it works? The ratio is typically calculated using quantified social outcomes. Example, improved earnings, better health outcomes, and assigns monetary value to these benefits. It is especially useful in prioritizing investments in programs that deliver high social returns relative to their costs. A BCR of greater than 1 indicates that the benefits outweigh the costs. Use high rigor required prioritizes poverty related outcomes. Method, monetize outcomes. Example, income increases, housing stability. Use discount rates to account for future benefits. Example, a job training program improves annual income by rupees 1 lakh for 500 people. Over 5 years, the value exceeds the program cost significantly. Example, prioritizes programs with measurable long-term benefits. BACO ratio, that is best available charitable option. Explanation, used by Acumen. BACO compares the impact of a social business with the next best charitable approach to solving the same problem. It helps investors see if their money is doing more good via enterprise versus donation. How it works? The BACO ratio evaluates whether a social enterprise is more efficient at achieving social outcomes compared to direct charitable donations. If a social enterprise provides a better return on investment in terms of social outcomes. Example, a self-sustaining business model creating jobs and improving living conditions. It will have a higher back-O ratio than a direct charity model. Use for impact investors to evaluate the efficiency of investments. Example, if a sanitation startup produces rupees 10 lakh in health savings and social impact, while the best charity would cost rupees 12 lakhs for the same outcome, the back-O ratio shows higher efficiency through the enterprise. Example, if a social venture generates rupees 10 lakhs in impact with 2 lakhs in profit, but a similar impact would cost 12 lakhs via charity, back-O is positive. CHIP, Center for High Impact Philanthropy. CHIP emphasizes evidence-based giving. It assesses the cost to achieve 1 unit of impact, like a life saved or child educated. It supports donor decision making by recommending high leverage programs. CHIP evaluates programs based on cost per impact, such as lives saved or children educated. It emphasizes high leverage giving. How it works? CHIP is used to assess intervention in sectors like global health, education, and poverty alleviation, helping philanthropists choose the most cost-effective solutions. CHIP also provides an understanding of how much social impact can be generated for each dollar spent, assessing both the magnitude of impact and the efficiency of the interventions. CHIP, used for philanthropists focused on measurable evidence-based impact. Example, an NGO providing prenatal care costs rupees 3,000 per mother but significantly reduces child mortality. The impact per rupee is high, even without full monetization. Example, an early childhood intervention that costs rupees 3,000 per child but increases school success by 60% is ranked highly. Expected return. This method borrows from finance to weigh risk versus potential social return. It uses probability and value estimation to guide decisions, helpful for impact investors with diverse portfolios. How it works? The expected return is calculated by considering the probability of different outcomes, both social and financial, and the value of each outcome. Investors use discounted cash flows or other financial modeling tools to assess the potential risks and return of impact investments. Impact investors may seek a financial first investment, that is, prioritizing financial returns, or impact first investment, prioritizing social environmental impact. Example, an impact investor evaluating a microfinance project may estimate an expected return of 10% on the financial side, combined with a 90% likelihood of improving the livelihoods of low-income families. This expected return is weighted by the investor's goal, whether a school support initiative has a 60% chance of improving student test scores significantly. If the value of improved education is rupees 10 lakhs, expected return is equal to 60% of rupees 10 lakhs, is equal to 6 lakhs. Subtract the program cost to assess net return. Foundation Investment Bubble Chart, a visual tool used by the foundations to compare various investments across two axes, impact and financial return, with bubble size representing the amount invested. How it works? Each investment is represented as a bubble. The x-axis shows the financial return, example from negative returns to high returns, while the y-axis represents the social impact, example from low impact to high impact. Investments placed in the upper right quadrant are those that offer high financial return and high social impact, while those in the lower left quadrant offer either low financial returns or low impact. X-axis financial return, y-axis social impact, bubble size amount invested for visualizing and comparing portfolios. A foundation investing in clean energy projects might find that projects with strong financial returns, example solar energy production, can also create significant social impact, example reduce carbon emissions, improved access to energy. The chart helps the foundation make strategic decisions to balance the trade-off between social and financial outcomes. Example, A funder may see that program A has moderate financial return and high social impact, while program B has lower impact but better financial return. The chart helps balance the portfolio between impact first and finance first investments. Summary, approach, focus, monetization, best for. Okay. Cost effectiveness, cost per outcome focus, monetization no, best for NGOs and service delivery. Cost benefit analysis, benefits versus cost. Monetization, yes, governments and funders. SROI, value of all outcomes. Monetization, yes, best for impact investors. Robinhood BCR, measurable poverty impact. Monetization, yes, poverty alleviation, NGOs. And BACO, best alternative comparison, yes, monetization. Best for social ventures. CHIP, cost per unit impact. Monetization, sometimes. Best for philanthropists. Expected return, risk adjusted returns, that is, monetization is yes, blended value in investors. Bubble chart, visualization of portfolio. Monetization, variable. Foundations and advisors. TRASI, tools and resources for assessing social impact. TRASI. It is an infinite initiative developed by the Foundation Center in collaboration with McKinsey and Company. It's a comprehensive database of over 150 tools, methods, and best practices that help social enterprises, nonprofits, philanthropies, and impact investors measure and manage their social impact. TRASI is not a single framework but a collection of approaches from basic logic models to advanced techniques like SROI or cost benefit analysis, allowing organizations to choose the right method based on their size, goals, capacity, and sector. What does TRASI include? It offers tools across categories such as evaluation frameworks, which includes logic models, theory of change, results based accountability, financial and economic methods, cost effectiveness, SROI, economic rate of return. Then under scorecards and dashboards, we have balanced scorecards, KPI, IRIS metrics. Qualitative methods include social case studies, interviews, beneficiary feedback. Quantitative tools include surveys, randomized control trials, impact calculators, and specific tools, sector specific tools, education, health, environment, etc. Why is TRASI useful? It helps organizations choose the right method for assessing impact, enables comparison across multiple frameworks. It supports transparency, consistency, and accountability in the social programs. It helps build investor confidence and communicate results effectively. Example, how a social enterprise uses TRASI. A rural education social enterprise. Objective, improve learning outcomes in government schools by providing digital content. Need, the founders want to assess if their efforts are actually improving student performance and if their model is scalable and fundable. TRASI is a comprehensive resource designed to help social enterprises, non-profits, philanthropists, and impact investors effectively measure and manage their social impact. Developed through a collaboration between the Foundation Center and McKinsey and Company, TRASI provides access to a broad collection of over 150 different impact measurement tools and methodologies, offering organizations a variety of approaches to choose from based on their specific needs. These tools cover a wide range of categories, including evaluation framework, financial and economic methods, qualitative and quantitative tools, sector-specific tools, and scorecards. This platform aids social enterprises in selecting the most appropriate method for assessing their impact, whether it's through quantitative measures like cost effectiveness or quality approaches such as beneficiary feedback. For example, a rural education enterprise may use TRASI to select theory of change model, conduct pre-post assessments, apply SROI to quantify the social value of improved education, and use IRIS plus metrics to align with investor expectations. By utilizing Trazide, social ventures can not only enhance their potential operational transparency but also effectively communicate their outcomes to stakeholders, leading to increased accountability, better funding opportunities, and the ability to scale their impact. These tools, Robin Hood Foundation's benefit cost ratio, BACO ratio, CHIP, expected return, foundation investment bubble chart, offer social enterprises and impact investors a structured approach to measuring and managing social impact. They provide valuable insights into the cost effectiveness of interventions, the long term returns, and the overall potential impact of investments, helping organizations make informed decisions. By integrating these approaches, investors can better align their capital with initiatives that do not only generate financial returns but also create lasting positive change in communities. Final thought. So, by combining these tools, the enterprise proves positive academic impact. They determine that the cost per impact is competitive and scalable. Their reports match investor expectations. This leads to increased funding and program expansion. These tools help social entrepreneurs, philanthropists, and investors to make better decisions, to justify funding, and compare uh, options and communicate their impact in measurable ways. So, measuring social impact is not a one time activity, but it is an ongoing process. By clearly defining your social value proposition and continuously quantifying and analyzing your outcomes, you ensure that your efforts remain meaningful, measurable, and mission aligned. Each step in measuring social impact, from defining your purpose to learning from outcomes, builds a cycle of accountability, improvement, and growth. It's not just about proving success, but about ensuring your enterprise continues to make a meaningful difference in the lives you are aimed to serve. So, what gets measured gets improved, what gets communicated gets supported. So, this is a quote. Measuring and communicating social impact is not just a formality, it is essential to scaling meaningful change. It builds trust, fuels learning, and mobilizes resources for a better, more inclusive world. Thank you.